Now, what do we got here? We got an email from our friend, Rob Duvall. Recent. I respect the knowledge and information that the native population shares with others like us from Europe or Scandinavia. My grandfather came here from Denmark. However, we all have to be careful to not give the hybrids more power and recognition or the benefit of a false historical importance they deserve. I know more than anyone that the hybrids can and do use influence and capacities we don't possess. But here's where I draw a distinction. That does not make them more ancient or have more in the way of rights or dominion by historical misgivings or misinterpretation on our parts, nor by those who are native. The hybrids take what we give them, Steve. And the same goes with natives, giving them too much reverence, or mistakenly / accidentally opening the door to giving our dominion to them. We have to keep them in check. Which means all of us. Was it good that the guy who was lured to go get some sandwiches from the quote kids end quote he heard sound advisement? Was it good that the guy who was lured to go get some sandwiches from the quote kids end quote he heard sound advisement from the native shaman or spiritual leader? Of course. It is a developed awareness that without, we can make serious mistakes. But we have to be careful to not give them ground or rights here where those rights just do not exist. I give no quarter. I do not revere them, but rather tolerate them. But I don't hesitate to push back hard when they cross the line with me. Excuse me, there's a difference between respect and fear. I respect that they are here. But if they don't respect me back and they start pulling their bullshit, I'm going to act swiftly to put them back into their box where they belong. And you know how it progresses if they don't capitulate. I do not respect them for their wisdom or what many refer to as their ancient presence. They are not the original or natural people of this planet, as many insist. We have been around for about 200,000 years. Them, a few tens of thousands of years. Nor do they have natural rights or dominion over us. That part is written. Some of the misguided judgment of them can be blamed on the continuance of oral histories many cultures have. Over time, the true history is watered down if it was ever known to begin with. The nature of those hybrids is known, but their place with respect to the Creator and with us is not necessarily. That ambiguity should not be treated any other way than being ambiguous. There is no special knowledge of origins that is only known by a few of the native population, but rather information that is not known at all other than the spiritual nature of some of these beings many refer to as cryptids. The spiritual nature was learned through mistakes made and consequences becoming known, resulting from those mistakes over long periods of time. That information is learned, but the origins of these hybrids is not taught. It resides in records thousands of years old that these native populations had no access to. It is not part of their oral history and therefore is ambiguous. They just do not know. I'm just giving you those important distinctions to ponder. There are extremely solid lessons to be learned by the natives, but origins are not one of them. All right, man. Appreciate you chiming in.